Actually, I want to talk a little bit more about that. The National Transportation Safety Board is launching an investigation into Norfolk Southern, and joining me right now, NTSB Chair Jennifer Homendy. Thank you, Jennifer, for being with us. I have to ask you your perspective on this bipartisan Railway Safety Act that increases safety requirements for trains and requires more frequent maintenance inspections. What do you think?
Well, we're currently reviewing the proposal and others that we've received. Right now, we're very focused on the investigations that we've opened, and we have 6 now open investigations with Norfolk Southern, so that's our focus. And at the end of our investigation, we issue safety recommendations, so we're hopeful that those safety recommendations are acted upon immediately and not forgotten in the process of moving other rail safety legislation. I will say, as a whole, there's always room to improve rail safety, whether it's to address East Palestine or any other derailment out there.
Absolutely. But obviously, this is a big investigation. You're investigating the entire company. How rare is that?
It is rare. The last one we did was Metro North in 2013 and 2014. But we have some concerns here that we have so many accidents, including worker fatalities, that occurred in a pretty short period of time, that we're going to want to look across the organization to see what is their safety culture. We're going to want to dig in on staffing, on training, on management practices to help them improve in the end.
What does safety culture mean? I know that the CEO of Norfolk Southern said that he plans on making their safety culture the best in the industry. Can you define that for us?
I would welcome that being their safety culture being the best in the industry. Safety has to come from the top, the leadership, and drive decision making. It has to be the priority in decision making and in every area of business of the company. In addition, employees have to be able to report or emboldened to report safety concerns or deficiencies without fear of reprisal. And in addition to that, they need to have adequate training, and other standards in the company need to really have a safety focus.
Let's listen to Norfolk Southern CEO Alan Shaw as he spoke to lawmakers on Capitol Hill.
We have been cooperating fully with the NTSB's investigation. The preliminary report found that the Norfolk Southern crew was operating the train below the speed limit and in an approved manner. Yet it is clear the safety mechanisms in place were not enough.
I mean, this company has admitted that they have fault here and that they will do what it takes to make things right. But with so much attention on the fireball that everyone saw, the dramatic imagery that, at one point in our history, we wouldn't have ever seen. But because of social media and the quickness and the speed with which news travels, everybody around the world has seen it and been concerned about the toxicity issues there. But should we be fair and really withhold some judgment until we learn more about what is happening here?
Yeah, I certainly understand how devastating it is to see something like that, experience it, and then also suffer tremendous physical and I'm sure psychological injuries as a result of that derailment. But, I do think we have to wait and see what we identify as more systemic problems within Norfolk Southern, and we'll see what occurred here. The what of a derailment becomes very clear within hours or days of a derailment. It's how did we get here? What conditions were set to allow this accident to occur? And that's what we're really after here.
One more question for you. Do you think everybody's doing their job? Because there's this succession of events that happens from the time of a crash like this or a derailment and the time that it hits your desk. So are state and local officials doing what they can here to help this investigation move forward?
Well, we'll look at all roles after the derailment, but here's what I'll tell you. Every single entity is participating and assisting our investigators with providing information. We are working well together on the ground for all 6 investigations. And so I don't anticipate anything else. They have been very forthcoming in information, and Alan Shaw has personally committed to me to provide anything that our investigators need. So I truly appreciate that.
All right, Jennifer Homendy from the NTSB, thank you again for joining us this morning.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.